Hey folks, we are back out on the Outback Overlanding map, and I'll be completely honest with you, I was going to wait until Sunday to put a video out with the update that's coming, but I tested out this new track I'm working on, and it is the most fun I have had out of any track on this map so far. So this is the second time I've been down it. We're using the JW40 by Big Dubs, I believe. I think I'm finally hitting the point here where I kind of nailed what I wanted to do with it. So let me know what you guys think. But most of this most of this trail right here, I had watched a bunch of the telly track. Is it the? I can't even remember what it's called right now. Anyways, I think I am onto something here, so let me know what you guys think about this little run. Mud's a little thin still, I still gotta thicken it up, but I'm gonna do every mud pit on the map's gonna get a little bit deeper for the update coming on Sunday. Made a few other little changes in around the map, just kind of adjusting and trying to make everything better as I'm getting closer to being finished. So I guess here's the other good news for you guys, the fact that I only really have 2 areas that I don't have anything on yet. So as far as covering the map with terrain, I'm probably about 90% of the way there, but I would maybe put it around 75% done building the world right now. There's a lot of trails I'm going to keep squeezing into different areas and connecting other trails. I'm going to try and put a lot of trails, especially some more like this, and you'll see up here. I watched a bit of Little Red and Big Red, and hard to recreate them per se, especially with what I'm working with in the editor. But I do have some climbs coming up here at the end of this trail that are pretty reminiscent of it and super fun to crawl up. I'm gonna probably, you'll see when it gets up here, but I'm gonna deepen up some of the ruts and stuff. But definitely this is the most challenging trail so far on the map, and just super fun to actually drive in the lower gears, because if you don't, you're gonna end up upside down, and I can prove that myself by rolling on the very first trip through here right up, and there's a little ditch right here, and I went right over sideways pretty quick. So you'll see right here I'm gonna sneak through pretty easy this time. I was ready for it, put it that way. But that is the kind of stuff I want to have in these trails, and I'm probably going to make even some of the existing trails, I'm going to work them through a little bit more and get a bit more of this action, because it's really fun to try and push the truck through here. I played around with road size, so it actually allowed me, the trees aren't thicker, but I have stuff closer to the trail, which is giving me a little bit more of a trail that hasn't been used that much. Just kind of sells it a little bit better, I'll be honest with you. It's been suggested a few times. Now there's a couple hills, like this hill right here is just about mint, I would say. Like, it has its challenges. If you go too fast down here, guaranteed you're gonna roll. And I haven't even tried driving up it. I've only come through this way both times. But that's the other thing I'm keeping in mind, is to really build the trails so that each way you drive them, they are going to be very different. At least the obstacles are going to be attacked differently. So the other cool thing that we're going to see too is down at the end of this trail, when we get out past all the fun little climbing up here that's coming up, you're going to get a quick look at the flooded town, which I've started on. It's still pretty basic. right now you gotta kind of build the town and then put the water back up over it, and I've been adjusting heights and stuff. Let's put it this way, good chunk of the water in the flooded town is going to at least need a tall snorkel. It's going to be a challenge. There's going to be stuff to go in and out of the town. The main road to it is washed out. I'm probably going to put some sort of build to get across the big river, but there are many trails in there. It's just going to depend what cargo that I'm going to get you guys to bring, but it should have a pretty big focus on, well, there should be quite a few tasks focused on that area, which is going to be on the other corner from town. So it's going to be bringing, like I said, stuff from town over, town back, and maybe a few other areas. I did add a bunch of campsites and stuff, and I'll be adding more as I go. But there's that kind of place to go for everyone while they're playing around on it still. This is the first small climb that, like I said, is loosely kind of inspired on watching a bunch of runs up on Little Red and Big Red. You'll see we get some pretty good flex going here. Again, I'm going to keep tweaking it a little bit more. I've actually already added a second route up a few of these areas, so you're going to have multiple choices on similar ones like this. Like this big one in the distance is going to it has one actually going up to the right of it as well that I'll put, maybe one will be harder than the other just to push different vehicles. There's some beautiful flex, but this is quite fun. This part's actually what made me want to upload it and show you guys. It was pretty enjoyable, and I still have some work to do that'll actually make this a little bit smoother, what am I talking about? Make it a little bit more challenging. I'm just trying to figure out how deep of ruts give it a good challenge, but don't just eat your tire or glitch out or any of that kind of fun stuff we've all seen over and over. This crawl right here, after going up it the first time, I carved it out a little deeper, but it, even just looking at it here now, it doesn't look like it's quite deep enough. Like right, it's just a little too flat here, but once we get going up the hill, the last time was good, and I'm sure this time's going to be pretty fun too. You can pick different lines going up here, like maybe some more erosion in that hill that we just went up, but this is the kind of stuff that pretty much you can roll over. You can take the deep ditch, go the safe way. It's going to have its challenges, and I think this is what a lot of you guys were looking for, is some real technical slow off-roading, but slow for a good reason, not just because there's rocks in the way. So more of this coming. Hopefully you guys are into it. Like I said, my first two trips, or this trip, and I guess it's finished, and my very first trip were super fun, and I have some more adjustments to make. I don't know, I haven't really tried it too much before. Right here, I just kind of threw some trees and the road in. It's not really done, but I wanted to scoot over to show you guys the flooded town. Now it's going to be in the distance, but you'll get your first look at it. I'm still finishing it up right now. Like I said, I've driven through it. I mean, it looks all right, but not quite there. But I will get it more or less done for Sunday. It won't be completely done. There'll probably be little things that I'll add in, but in general, you have a quick look here at the river that we're gonna have to figure out a way to get across, and yeah, help out the town. So we'll talk to you guys again soon. Thanks for coming by and watching.